This is EJ Uno, guys, coming back again, guys, with another great video. Guys, this is going to be a rant video about this bullshit job that I have. You know what I'm saying? So much I got to say about this job, not even playing about this job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been patiently trying to think things are going to get better. It's like an abusive relationship when things don't get better. So I knock on this motherfucking door and tell you guys about how it really is. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. This is gonna be a good video. What's going on, guys? How you doing? This is EJ Uno, guys, coming back again, guys, with another great video. Guys, I am going to be doing a storytelling about this job, Scrotum, that I had, guys. And I definitely just wanted to touch base on this because, you know, it's all about one door closes, another door opens, but it's about knowing your worth and not all money is good money when it comes to your health, when it comes to, you know, you trying to, you know, just do a job. So I definitely wanted to talk about it. So 3 months ago, I you know, and I'm gonna put those videos back out again, guys. Go look at my videos on this job that I got with Scrotum. I'm not gonna like say the name. You guys look at the video. You guys can, you know, look and see, you know, what I'm talking about. So I got this job, and you know, I gotta say before I start with this storytelling or whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna post, I might post some videos of, you know, some ranting and raving and talking about the job, and then cut to this thing like I just did, this video like I just did, because, you know, the only thing good about this job is you meet maybe some cool people, and then, you know, the money's always, you know, more money is always good, and in my opinion, because, you know, hey, it helps. Now, starting this job and seeing the videos that I was making, you know, a lot of things changed from when I started to now. So when I started the job, you know, it was more of like we were on the computers learning about all this stuff, about door knocking, you know, sales and everything. So I'm trying not to make this video so long. So we were in the office. Things are cool. You know, who I thought I was going to be a mentor to, and a mentor in a door-to-door sales is somebody who is like a supervisor to you, who helps you during the way. He was a cool guy. He got transferred to another department, and I think I still would have stuck with the job if he was still there, to tell you the truth. I got another supervisor. Somebody ran a raving about that supervisor because he's a dick. You know what I'm saying? I believe, you know, you need a good lead, a good leader, a good supervisor, manager to lead an army. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say, doing this door-to-door thing, it was cool. You know, it was a new experience for me because I never did door-to-door. I did sales lots of times in my life. I didn't ever do door-to-door, and it was a good experience just because, for one, the money's really great. You're 9 out of 10, you're on your own. And then, you know, it's a greater way to, you know, get toe-to-toe with customers and, you know, get used to criticism, and it does something to you. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm in Dallas, Texas. It's hot as shit. I want to say that it takes a strain on your body. It does get kind of complicated to sell when it is so hot outside. And, you know, it's a little bit harder. Not only, and I gotta say, when me talking about the heat, when me talking about, you know, a supervisor, when me talking about all this stuff, it still doesn't beat the purpose. It still doesn't beat the name of the company that, what I have learned, a lot of people don't like. A lot of people don't like the company. And I wish they would understand that you can't sell something with the name that everybody hates. And, you know, it's like the things that we would do as a team, and I'm talking about teams upon other teams upon other teams, is they would have us doing meetings. And we would go like 35 minutes away. Then they would want us to be on the turf, which is like knocking doors. And right after we left. Now, some of us might be down the street, some of us might be 20 minutes away, some of us might be an hour away from us knocking our first door. So it started off, we would just have meetings 3 times a week. No, 2 times a week. Then it started to 3 times a week. Then it started to 4 times a week. Then it got to a whole row of 5 days a week. And, it just became so overwhelming because it's just like, it's either you had meeting. It's like, it makes you feel important, but then it makes you feel like, how am I supposed to do my job if I'm doing all of this? So it was like, sorry guys about this chair. I need to put some oil on it. So anyway, it was like, we can't do our jobs if we're always at meetings and we're driving so far from meetings. Now we had this thing where we have like a tablet, we have a phone that we can do meetings on the phone. But it's like, I guess in Dallas, Texas, they really don't believe in, I never heard of a company that did electronic wise as far as give you phones, give you tablets, but rarely wanted to use them in order to make your job easier. Only when, it was like, it's like they flip a coin and it's like they decided where they wanted to irritate you with. And then, it got down to the whole point of, everybody was having the same reaction of not selling something. Now, don't get me wrong, some people sold some stuff. Some people lied about selling some stuff. Some people actually did sell some stuff. But it wasn't as much as you would think. Like, let's say you like, if you saw some of my videos, like, it got so hard to sell a company that everybody hated. It really is. And it's like the name irritates you so bad that it's like, irritate the customer so bad. Got so many door slams on you. I can't tell you guys how crazy it was. And I gotta say that I never, it's like people would rather have, like, okay, so it's all about competing against each other. And you're not supposed to talk down your other, clientele, like, let's say, like, AT&T or T-Mobile. You're supposed to actually say something good about them in the same way you're supposed to, like, say something bad, but in subliminal messages. But it's like, still, that still didn't do nothing. It still was just like, like they still didn't want it. We would say something about data breaches. Like AT&T had data breaches. T-Mobile had data breaches. These customers still didn't care. They still hated Scrotum. They really still didn't like Scrotum. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just one of those situations. And, and it's like going to a meeting and, try to be there. It was like, hitting traffic, being like 10, 15 minutes late. My supervisor was, if he wasn't threatening to fire me over being late 10, 15 minutes, it was like he was ready to like get rid of us because we were, we didn't make too many sales. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and this, it happened so fast. And don't get me wrong, it's, sales are sales. I've been in this position before, but it's kind of like it's like, I gotta say, in all my jobs, this is probably one of one of the jobs that I literally put my heart into to try to do my best to do what I had to do. But I'm not a fan of threats. I'm not a fan of, if I'm doing what I got to do, and you still don't see, everything I'm trying to do, and you don't see the potential in me, then I'm going to go somewhere else. That's just like a relationship. If you can't see who I am as a person, I'm going to just, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to find another answer and, leave you where you be. And that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? A door open, a door opened up for me. Yes, it's not paying as much as I was getting, but it's a sign of, relief from, because, eventually they were going to just let us go anyway. You know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is. So I just definitely wanted to sit there and say that, if you are, looking to do, door-to-door sales, or you have done it, please leave a comment below. But, yeah, if you are looking to, do sales, at this particular job, I definitely want to pick the door-to-door one. I definitely want it. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be real. I'm not trying to, rant and rave and talk down on it, because don't get me wrong, I have fun. Minus the supervisor, minus, I wouldn't say, I don't even care. It wasn't even the heat so bad. It wasn't even the customers. And I mean, it wasn't even like knocking on doors. It wasn't nothing bad about that. It was just a supervisor that made the job worse. So, I definitely just wanted to talk about that. So, I definitely just want to sit there. So, I feel like I wanted to make this video to touch anybody out there who's like going through like a door-to-door sales, and or if you're interested in getting into it, and you're looking at this company, and I'm pretty sure you can read in between the lines what company I'm talking about, and I would think hard about it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, that's my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button, guys. I'll be back with more bullshit with the supervisor I got going on. I mean, for instance, today I was late, maybe 18 minutes late for a meeting. Mind you, the place that we have to go to every morning is like 30 to 35 minutes away. And traffic is just something that just happens. No matter how early I start out, no matter how much I try to time it, I'm never going to just be right on time. So he started threatening me with firing me, all that stuff. Mind you, somebody else who got hired on the same time as me don't even show up to none of these meetings, and he just want to fire me. He don't get no type of lashing. They say they check him, but I find that hard to believe. I thought this was his bullshit ass, man. I wanted to fire him up. Anyway, guys, we're gonna have this bullshit type of, I'm gonna make this a vlog. Bullshit type of thing that I'm going through every day on this job. Things just got worse.